Hey, besties. Let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? Brittany is such an attention-seeking pick-me girl. Pick me, pick me, pick me. Since she can't get picked by Jared or her kids, she wants these girls to pick her. Pick me, pick me, pick me. Girl, go repair your relationship with your kids and get out here. But she's a good friend of. I will say that. She's a great friend of. She does her part. Bronwyn is now the bone collector, honey. She is collecting and tossing them as she needs to. Okay. Hey girl, she kind of shocked me tonight. I was like, Bronwyn, mouth wide open, hand on chest, gasping. I'm like, Bronwyn. She trying to get her Christmas bonus, child, and her raise for next year. And then here comes Meredith. She's kicking Angie out once again. You remember last season in Palm Springs, she was hosting a dinner. Well, actually, Angie just showed up to the trip. They didn't expect her. So here it is, Meredith, once again, putting somebody out. Is this what she does? Does she really not like Angie? Or was she just really like, since she just got put out, she felt the need to put somebody out? Welcome, besties. You are now behind, excuse me, behind the shade. Thanks for joining me. I recap your favorite reality TV shows weekly. And now let's kiki and haha and get into another episode of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. It's season 5, episode 12. Mazel, Meredith. Do we like the title of this episode? Yes, we do. Because Meredith is crossing over and getting her just due in the Jewish society, community, religion. We love it. Now, how would you rate this week's episode, besties? Excuse me, you know it's cold out there in Salt Lake City. Every time I watch it, I have to pull my blanket out because, baby, I was just cold for no reason. It's pretty chill here in Cali, but I'm sitting there, all that snow and skiing and cold, and I had to put my blanket on because you know I got sick back in September from watching the first episode. So it's a 10 for me. You know these girls be bringing it, okay? So drop down in the comments and let me know what you think. What are your comments on this week's episode? Who do you think was just bringing it, y'all? I know y'all got a lot to say. Meredith, Brittany, Bronwyn, the Todd father, child. Like the video and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Let's get into it. So it's the day of Meredith's bat mitzvah, and she's preparing herself with the rabbi. She has a woman rabbi. I didn't catch her name. Was it Ruth? Something like that. And honey, 3 children. Who is Reed? 26, lives in New York, and is a very private person. Okay, Meredith. Okay. Well, child, Meredith has a beautiful family. Her sister was there. Her mother came. I don't know. Do we know where her father is? I'm not sure, but her mother was there. Her sister's beautiful. The kids are gorgeous. Just Seth even looked pretty good. I mean, Meredith was pretty. They were beautiful. So Heather comes with her daughter, Georgia. Hey, little Georgia. Then Bronwyn and the Todd father. Bronwyn was so cute. That little outfit was cute, but she wasn't cold. Child. Skinny girls are always cold. She was half naked outside in the snow. Okay. Lisa comes along Now, where is John? Where is John, Lisa? Is he running from the Todd father? He don't want to see the Todd father in him. So Justin and Whitney comes. Whitney's hair was so pretty. Brittany comes by herself. Where's Jared, Brittany? And I thought her hair was pretty. They get into that later. But I really thought her hair was, she looked really good. Her makeup was pretty. She had the correct shades on. Were they Gucci's or Chanel? It doesn't matter. They probably Gucci. She looked so good. This is like the best she's looked all season. And I'm not calling Brittany ugly. No, 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 no. But she really looked good today on this tonight's episode. So what's this child's name? Miley, what's her name? Maylee and her husband come, and then Angie and Sean. And Angie says she couldn't believe she was invited. Well, you are, because you're gonna show up anyway, invited or not. Bronwyn ain't fooling with Angie or Whitney. She was called a liar and was told to shut up by Angie a gazillion times, and she wants an apology from Angie. She's talking to Brittany and Miley. These are her new friends for the moment. And Brittany says, you know, she's mad at Angie for calling her. Let me see. I don't know if I can say this, but you know how YouTube is, but called her like a slum bucket, somebody that just has adult time a lot. The S word, 4 letters, starts with S, ends with T, and you know, there's a vowel and another L word in there. Can I spell it? Maybe I can. She called her a SLUT. And so they're like, Angie just wants attention, and they all agree. So Angie and Whitney notice that there's a weird vibe coming from Bronwyn. Well, duh. That campfire site mess that y'all had last week was a lot. Bronwyn got up and left. Do y'all not remember? Y'all let her leave. She left. Okay. You don't think it's going to be some smoke the next time you see her? So Meredith makes her grand entrance, honey, and she's with her family, the kids and the husband. She's on 2 horses with a sleigh. Honey, a sleigh. I was like, she slayed that. That was cute. Perfect for the snow. You know, it's cold out there. So all the girls congratulate Meredith and all this, you know, for her doing her bat mitzvah at this age. It's fine, as long as you do it. And Meredith was glad that Angie came. And she said maybe this is a sign of something positive. Well, I don't know, girl. No, it's not. Let's keep on going. This episode was so good, y'all. So good. Please drop down in the comments and let me know what you rate this week's episode. I know I said it, but what are you, child? Come on now. You know it was a 10. It better not be nothing lower than a, well, you know how some of us are different. I invite that. Anyway, so everyone gathers inside. It's time for her bat mitzvah. Her mom joins her to give her the prayer cloth, which is called a talit. It's actually Seth's talit that he wore when he got at his bar mitzvah many, many, many years ago, and he offered it to her to wear it, and she did. So her rabbi puts it around her, clips it on so it doesn't fall off. Meredith says her prayer, and they say amen. And I was like, amen? Oh, that's a universal, okay, love language and religion. They said amen. I was shocked. Then she reads from the Torah, which is her kind of singing it in Hebrew. Lisa is also Jewish, so now she feels even closer to Meredith. Now, Lord child, it must be an hour must have passed, because here come Mary. Late again. Mary, we know, you have told us, Meredith lives in Park City. She does everything in Park City. You are a resident of Salt Lake City. we understand just as much as you understand that it's going to take you an hour to get there. So chop, chop, sweetheart. Chop, chop. Okay, give her grace. She's going through a lot. But I mean, you still got to be on time for work. And it's kind of rude to be late. And he was late before, but what they. So, besties, let me tell you what I've learned along my path of my journey of living. People who are late, they just don't care about being on time. They don't care. And it's not a good or a bad thing, but I know a few people. I've met a few people in my life who just don't have that time thing together. And they really are very unapologetic about it. Like they just like, hey, let's have fun. I'm here now. They're just like moving on. They don't really like to address why they were late because, child, it's just a mess. And it does not matter how much you fuss at them, how much you woo, 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 whatever. They are going to be late. I think it's in their DNA. I don't know. They don't care. Okay, so singing in Hebrew. Mary arrives late. She's peeking through all the windows. The windows have a black film on it. Don't know why, because I don't think it's much sun in Utah. But anyway, she can't figure out how to get in. She's trying to hear to see what's going on. I guess they don't have a door in this building. I guess the door is in the back. I don't know. Maybe they did not have a front door and people on the inside can see her. She can't see in, but they can see her. So Heather's daughter, Georgia, pointed to her like, "Ooh, look at Mary. She's trying to come in." And later on, Meredith says she saw her too, but she didn't make, she didn't make any, she wasn't distracted from her ceremony. So she didn't budge. But child, that was so funny. Mary is peeking, 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 got on all this black and lace and tulle and jewelry. So she finally makes it in. Poor Mary. Poor Mary. And it looks so bad for us because she the black girl, she late. Poor Mary. So she makes it inside right as Meredith was getting up to give her speech. Then her kid said something sweet and short and sweet, and then said a little something, something too. Then they do this symbolic passing where they hug the art and it's covered in a talit. So they hug it and kiss it and they pass it down. So they're all standing there like a Soul Train line or whatever, and they're passing the art down. Now it's time to eat. Meredith is bar mitzvah. It's all good. Let's celebrate. Yay. Congratulations. Mazel tov to you, Meredith. Angie tells Lisa she feels the need to talk to Bronwyn. Then Mary congratulates Meredith, and Meredith tells her, friends don't walk out of her house. So Meredith is like, I'm sorry for hurting your feelings. Like, yeah, okay, Mary. DeBerry says, she's sorry for making her seem like she wasn't welcomed. Correct. See how resolve happens? I love it. I love it. So Mary's like, I don't want to fight. And they hug. So Mary says, I'd rather learn from this and move on. She said, we have been through so much and they love each other a lot. And they hug, and that was great. Loved it. Now, Angie's talking to Bronwyn. First, I want to start off with a compliment. I love your outfit. I love your purse. I love your nails. I love your teeth. I love your makeup. I love your husband. I love your dogs. I love your daughter. I love, I love, I love. Bronwyn says, is step 2 an apology? The way I fell out, that Bronwyn boy, I tell you, she is here for it, honey. Don't play with her. Angie feels like, Angie feels like Bronwyn owes her an apology. So Angie's like, things got heated and ended on a bad note. You twisted something I said. Well, for the 7,000th time, you told me to STFU. Do people not, the people who don't know what that means, it means shut the beep up. STFU. I did. Well, okay, Andrew, thanks for admitting and taking accountability that you told Bronwyn to STFU 7,000 times. Andrew said, I did. So Bronwyn is like, well, you know that was out of line. And until I get an apology, there is nothing for us to say. Now, do whatever you want, but not with me. I was like, Bronwyn, read the girl. Besties, are you drinking water? Oh, so here go Angie. So here go Angie. Does it make you feel good if I said I'm sorry? Who asked that? What grown woman who is in the middle of a fight gonna ask the person who just said, if you don't apologize to me, there's nothing for us to say. And the next thing out your mouth is, would you feel good if I said sorry? The lady just told you there's nothing to say. That is not an apology. And so Brown was like, I'm not doing this. And so here go Angie. No, stop walking away. You are supposed to stay and listen. What? Let's go back to step 2, an apology. Because there will be no step 3, honey. Where are you missing, Angie? You put me in a bad position by making things worse between me, Heather, Lisa, and Whitney. Then it needed to be. It just didn't need to go that deep. Then you inserted yourself into Brittany's relationship. You said she was sleeping with 10 other men. Angie goes, I said 3. I didn't say 10. 10. I didn't say 10. She just goes off the hook and off the cliff and just, can you lower your voice? You are in a homely family religious setting. What is all this mayhem in this build at these people party at Meredith's bar mitzvah? It was like, golly, and they just loud, just so ghetto, just so Lisa Barlow. And what's the term she said today when they were talking about the nails, about getting gems and gel all on your nails? And Lisa said, that is bridge and tunnel. I was like, what does that mean? It means inappropriate. And I was like, oh my God, Lisa, you are so bridge and tunnel yourself, honey. You are bridge and tunnel. So, this episode was so good. Okay, so, hold on, y'all. Okay, so she said, okay. She said, that's much better. 3 versus 10. Angie called Brahma, you're just mean. You know, you ain't got nothing else to say. You just go, you're just mean. You're a mean girl. You do things to hurt people's feelings in social settings. Then they go back and forth and back again about each other's language. But you say the DICK word. You say BS. You said this. Who says that? What kind of woman that? You scream in my face. They going back, forth, back again, forth again, back again, blah, 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 blah. Honey, until the Todd father joined. He came to Brahman's rescue. He said, hey, time for another drink. Take a break. See, he's trying to be nicer. He done read y'all comments talking about how mean he is. So he's trying to, like, I don't know why he think drinking some more would help, but then he offers Angie, would you like a glass of wine? Child, that made Bronwyn flip out. The Todd father, lucky Bronwyn didn't put hands on him. She was ready to fight him. She was like, you don't need to be buying no drink for a woman that called me a liar. He's like, I know, baby. Bronwyn getting ready to go in on him. Todd, father or not, okay? Then At the bar, they go back and forth and back again. It's like, oh my god, they going back and forth about who needs to apologize. He always tells her, "Well, why you didn't walk away?" Then she walks to she did walk away. She walked to the bar, but you came with her. Okay, Mr. Todd Father. So everyone is looking around and looking at them. Mary's looking and Meredith is kind of looking and Heather over there paying close attention because she can't wait to go run and tell somebody about it. But she is looking. She is intrigued by what's the name she called Todd? She calls him Alan. She is so intrigued by Alan. So they get their drinks. I believe Bronwyn is drinking espresso martini. Ugh. And so she apologizes to the bartender for them listening to her counseling session with her husband. Girl, that's what bartenders do. That's their job, honey. You at the right place. So he tells her he's leaving. He out of here. He can't take it. Exactly. Take your own advice, Todd Father. You've been telling Bronwyn to walk away, walk away. Why did you stay? You need to leave. So he took his own advice. He out. He took a sip and he put the glass down and he was out. So Angie is talking to Sean, and then here comes Mary. Bronwyn is trying to make her look bad. Whatever. Angie, you do that by yourself quite well. I'm sorry. You do. And then she gonna ask Mary, do you do exorcisms? And Mary's like, girl, no, girl. Would you stop with that mess? She didn't know witchcraft. That was a holy Christian woman. But Mary is still drinking that nasty red wine she didn't like earlier in the episode. Remember that she had drank that she frowned up. I don't think I like this. Yes, you do, because you're still drinking it. And don't nobody tell me it's a different wine. I ain't trying to hear it. It looks the same as the wine before. I ain't trying to hear it. So whoever poured it gonna have to tell me the truth. Anyway, Whitney tells Heather they need to talk about what Bronwyn said at the camp day. I just want to move past camp day. I don't want to go back to that. That was horrifying. It was horrible. It was a terrible day out in the cold. Heather says there is no need for damage control. Thank you, Heather. And Heather hasn't said much this episode, and I loved it. I loved it for Heather. She was talking to her daughter. I loved it for Heather. She was not a part of none of the mess. She let the girls. I liked it. Y'all notice that? Now I'm thinking about it. I like that for Heather. Like she allowed everybody else to get into it. And she just stayed out of stuff. Is that because she had her daughter? Child. Then here comes Lisa. Whitney is saying that Bronwyn is taking her words and spinning them. Lisa cuts her off. Lisa, you make things up. You're a lie. You like to lie. Lisa gonna say that like 100 more times just to get under Whitney's skin. Bronwyn, Brittany, and Miley are now friends, okay, for a hot second. Now, Whitney is asking Angie, did she say anything bad about Heather? And she said, we all talked, but Bronwyn twisted it. Here we go, everybody. Bronwyn, this whole episode, Bronwyn is like, everybody doesn't like me. Like these people, these friends get mad at everybody, and everybody's mad at me. And so Bronwyn thinks Angie is a bad person. So Bronwyn is like, I never said that. Brittany tells Angie that she says things to be dramatic. And so Angie tells Brittany, I've been nice to you. Like, be quiet. That's her way of telling her to be quiet. To STFU. And so Brittany says, no, you called me a SLUT. No, you ain't been nice to me, heifer. So they go back and forth and back again. Then Bronwyn tells Angie that Brittany said she was, she said, because you calling her one, that must be because you're one too. She said, oh, and what did Bronwyn say before that? She said, I'm gonna be messy on your behalf. That is so cute. If I was messy, I would like to say something like, I'm gonna be messy on your behalf. Yeah, so Brittany said you must be a SLUT too, because that's why you calling her one. Child. In Brahma's confessional, she said she tried to be Brittany's friend. She's tired of Brittany playing victim to everything. It's the man, it's the kids, it's the bottle of wine, it's the this, the that, the that, the that. And she said Brittany wanted to be friends for a hot minute. I gave her 5. And I am sitting there like, Bronwyn, I cannot believe you just threw Brittany under the bus like you just did a two-face. Heather said you are two-faced. You kind of are, love. You was in that moment, you were being two-faced. I'm saying it like how y'all say it. You know I want to say two-faced it. Wow, Bronwyn. Wow. Man, Todd father just don't need to come around no more if he gonna be leaving early, because baby, Bronwyn let it all hang out. Bronwyn do not care. She does not care. And it makes me wonder, and I'm just gonna say this. I think I said it before. Does this make you wonder, like, is Bronwyn on the show because her and Todd may be breaking up next season or so? You know, come on now, how many housewives have gotten on the show just to display some dysfunction in their marriage, and boom, bam, boom, they're divorced? Deshaun Snow, Real Housewives of Atlanta, but then she got off the show, you know. But Lisa Wu, it's just so many people get on. Just, you know, Nene got divorced, Kenya got divorced. We can go on and on. What Drew's going through a divorce now. Portia's going through a divorce. Only person hanging on is Candy, and she got off the show. Anyway, it just makes me seem like, is she here because she about to break loose with her husband? Because, you know, Bronwyn is producing plays now. She's done one and she has 2 more to put out. Maybe she's ready to cut ties with the Todd father. Because I don't know, wouldn't you get sick of somebody always trying to, I don't know. Just something to think about. So, child, Angie goes dumb on Brittany. Shot, pop, pop, pop. Shots just firing all over the table. Your hair looks pornish. What? What? First of all, I liked Brittany's hair. You got high. Hold on, y'all. You have a high body count hair. You got a high body count dress. You got a high body count heels. Ciao. Lisa is cracking up. Lisa can't even keep it in. Lisa ghetto butt is cracking up. Mary over there got her mouth open like, whoa. Angie says she said, I look like a mother. So she steps back, shows y'all her Versace dress. And Bronwyn says, but your nipples are hanging out. Brittany tells Angie, screw you. And she walks off. And I'm like, no, Brittany, no, that is not the term to use for F you. She just called you a SLUT. And you say, screw you. That's kind of like cliche. Kind of like, you're proving her to be right. Then she walks away. Tells Whitney and Miley, I'm leaving. They over there talking about me, calling me and stuff, telling my hairs. They telling me I'm slutty vibes. I'm leaving. And she leaving the party. Child. Angie's still trying to tell Brittany that she wasn't even a slut in high school. She's still popping off. The girl walking out and Angie's like, I wasn't even a slut in high school. It's kind of like giving, and another thing. Angie in her confessional says She didn't call her a SLUT, just her hair. Angie, you like to deflect, deny. You're not, I don't even think you understand what you be doing. And I like what Lisa says later. So y'all, Brooks is telling Meredith what's going on. He like, your friends over there fighting and arguing. One calling one this, one walked away leaving. Woo, 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 woo. So Meredith grabs Brittany and she's like, are you okay? No, she's not okay. She's like, I'm embarrassed. I've never been talked to like this. OMG, you know. So Lisa said Angie needs to apologize. And they all kind of like, yeah. Angie's like, I was defending myself. They're like, nah, 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 nah. And here Angie go, you were just super offensive to an old school Greek girl. You don't stop bringing that up. Stop bringing up your heritage, Angie. Just stop. Stop, stop, stop. So Meredith says, you called everyone a SLUT and a WHORE. And I'm not even sure why you're here. Here it come. You can go. No, what the last time she said you can leave? You can leave. But this time she says, you can go. Take your husband and go. What did Sean do? And where is Sean? So Meredith is yelling. Then she yells for her security. And I have security this time. Security, I want her out. You can go. You're not welcome here. You can go. You disrespect everyone, and I'm tired of it. Please leave. Wow. Wow. You got this girl acting like this. Her mother is in the room. Her sister is in the room. Her 3 children are in the room. Like, y'all just don't have no decorum. So the 3 security guards, they come over and kind of cover, corner Angie. They got her back for side. They looking at her like, girl, it's time for you to go. They ain't even saying nothing. They're not doing nothing. They're just standing there being intimidating. And like, you're looking at her like, chop, chop, sweetheart. Where is Sean? Powdering his nose? Where is this man? Is he at the bar? Does he not hear all this chaos? So Angie tells security she only weighs 100 pounds and she will walk out. He like, don't touch me. Y'all will bruise me, break my arm easily. I'll be in the ER. Don't come for me. I will walk out on my own. But she got to tell Meredith. Now she fussed at Meredith. I brought you a gift. Thanks for coming to my party empty-handed. I was like, what party you talking about? She's talking about her anniversary party. Was it 30 years or 20? I don't remember. Must be 20 because she can't be, I guess in her 40s. So 20 years. And you talk crap about me. And Brittany, don't call me SLUTTY ever again. And then they have a little back and forth and back again. Brittany and Angie. Blah, 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 blah. You are blah, blah, blah. So then security gives Angie a coat. Like, here you go, because we walking out, boo. It's time to go. Angie throws the coat on the ground and she says, this is Brittany's. And Brittany is just still sitting there in shock. She cannot believe that this is happening. Like, I guess, how you kind of go in shock, like for real shock, because, she's so meek and just so victimish. So she's just standing there, just don't know what to do, don't know what to say. Now the girl that threw her jacket on the floor. And then we see her go pick it up. But it's like, golly. So Angie walks out. Sean is following behind her. Oh, hey, Sean, there you are. And so then she's calling Meredith a classless B-I-T beep. She's just a classless B. Oh, she's just a classless B. And it's like, whoa. So Lisa runs behind Angie to talk to her. And she's still going off, talking all about Meredith. And she said, and Lisa tells Lisa tells Angie, like, stop talking before you regret what you're about to say. Like, stop talking. Like, stop. Don't say stuff like that. Security is still standing close to Angie. Like, girl, we almost to the door. And I know it's a TV show, but I'm thinking in real life, they would have told Lisa to go on about her business. Excuse me, let me get some water. I'm sure in real life they would have told Lisa, back up, go ahead before we put you out too. And they would have escorted Angie out the door. Lisa says Angie doesn't see her part in any of this. She just sees the reaction, not what she does to provoke it. That is the most profoundest thing Lisa has said this season. You are absolutely correct, Lisa. I totally agree with you. I agree with you. Angie don't see the whole story. She one of the people that start the story from the middle. Girl, go to the beginning and talk about what you did, and then get to the middle and then to the end. Absolutely correct, Lisa. You called Angie on point. That is exactly how Angie is. And so Lisa tells Angie she loves her, gives her a hug, and then Lisa goes back inside and tells Meredith the level of accusations is crazy. They agree. You know, Meredith agrees. And so Lisa's up. She's about to walk out. And she's like, well, cheers to Puerto Vallarta. Meredith is like, oh, yeah, cheers to Puerto Vallarta. Yeah, uh-huh. So Lisa has to run it back for us. Meredith and Browen hates Angie. Angie hates Brittany. Lisa hates Whitney. But before all of this, besides her hating Whitney, before all of this, Lisa had planned a girls' trip to Puerto Vallarta before all this happened. And she says, hey, but you can't plan for everything, I guess. So next week, besties, they're going to be in Puerto Vallarta having a good time. And Lisa, since you want to put this trip together because you just feel like you are great at this and Palm Springs wasn't that great and Heather wasn't there and you want to do it right, you better make all these women make up. That is your job now. You better have everybody everybody better be back friends when y'all come back from Mexico. Okay? And that was that, besties. You drop down in the comments. Let me know what you thought of tonight's episode. Don't forget to like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I will see you in the next video. Should be, child, I don't even know. Today is Wednesday. I guess we'll be back for Love After Lockup or Life After Lockup or in Bell Collective. Bye, besties.